Welcome to Mr. Giant Reacts a Ting and Ting and Ting. I'm Mr. Giant, back with another video for you, back with another reaction, and we're going to listen to Bayaga. Yes, that's the name of this group, or maybe it's a person, I'm not sure here, but we're going to listen to them. And I ain't going to keep babbling on, except to tell you, if you're worried about your internet security or your internet privacy, I have a tool that could work for you. It's called NordVPN. I will leave a link in the description so you could check it out. And please note, if you go into that link and you do decide to purchase that VPN, I will get a commission from it. So go ahead and check it out, see what the vibe is, okay? Let's get into Bayaga here, y'all. Let's see what this vibe is going to bring to us. Let's hear some melody. Not what I expected. Not what I expected at all. But it's got that, hey. You get that guitar there? This is guitar heavy.
Moji drugovi, biseri rasuti u celom svetu.
Oh, that's not the voice I expected at
Ja
all.
sam selica, pa ih ponekad sretnem u letu.
That's a deep
Da li
voice.
je to sudbina, ili ko zna šta li je? Kad god se sretnemo, uvek se zalije, uvek se završi s nekom od naših pesama. Moji su drugovi, žestoki momci, velikog srca. I kad se pije, i kad se ljubi, i kad se puca. Gore od Aljaske do Australije, kad god se sretnemo, uvek se zalije, uvek se završi s nekom od naših pesama. I ja vam svima želim da smo živi i zdravi, još godina 100, da je pesme i vina i da nas čuva Bog, da su najbolje žene uvek pored nas, jer ovaj život je kratak i prosuvi za čas. Da smo živi i zdravi, još godina 100, da je pesme i vina i da nas čuva Bog, da su najbolje žene uvek pored nas, jer ovaj život je kratak i prosuvi za čas.
That guitar is something different, man. No, here's the thing. Why when he started to sing, I kind of get a kind of a Johnny Cash type of a vibe. You know what I mean? It's that same tone of voice, I think it is. And he's got that sort of folksy type of a sound to it. I think that's what it is. You know, that maybe yeah, it just gave me Johnny Cash vibes right there. But those guitars, they said they were sounding different than any other type of guitar I've heard in Balkan music. That's for sure. And another thing about this, you could tell that there's some real musicians in this band. You could tell there's some real musicians in this band. You know what I mean? They sound like session musicians. And different style, different everything. But I got like I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a group called Steely Dan. the precision in which they play, you know, the crispness in which they play, kind of give me like studio musician, Steely Dan type of vibe, you know. And doesn't mean they're not like cool live because those guys are back there like jamming and thing, and, you know, they synchronize movements on the guitars and stuff like that. And this is why I like watching live stuff because you hear the real vibe coming out. I'm not saying the real vibe is not in the studio, but in the studio you could do takes. When you're live, you ain't doing takes, you know what I mean? So you get the perfections, the imperfections, the emotions, everything is in one there. You understand what I'm saying? Thing. Now, as far as the song is concerned, from what the researchers I did, I saw that it's about friendship. And he's saying that, you know, friends go apart, everybody goes in a different ways, you know, but then when they come back together, it's a celebration. And he said, even as far as he's concerned, he's on the move all the time. Everybody's gone in different directions. When you live in countries like we grew up in, because you know we all migrate somewhere else. A lot of us do. And sometimes when you migrate, man, you leave friends and you know you'll probably never see them again. And listen, I plan to go back to the island, but it's been 40 years. I'm going to go back there and everybody's going to be old and gray. That's going to take some getting used to. Because when you left, when I left, they were young men, you know what I mean? Sprightly. But now they're going to be older. A lot of them I haven't even seen pictures of them since. Like I remember the first time I saw a picture of my brother after a while. And he had gray hair. And it was like a shock. I was like, whoa, he's completely gray. Last time I saw him, he had like thick black hair. And now he's just gray. Weird. The one thing about the island though is, and if you notice, even though I'm older, I'm not like, you know, moving any slower. Yeah, I may be moving slower as far as actual motion is concerned, but awareness is just as sharp, you know what I'm saying? But your awareness should be sharper the older you get, though. You know what I mean? And it must be cool to have friends that you could go away from and go back to. I'm talking about childhood friends. Because most of my childhood friends, they went their separate ways. I had a really close friend named Roach. He had moved to another island, Barbados. I just never know what happened to him. And we were like close. Yeah, just shoot. On the island, we have a thing called a folktale character called a Ligaroo. And as kids growing up, we always thought Ligaroo would come out. It's a werewolf, right? But we call it a Ligaroo or a loup garou, which comes from a French sort of name. And there was this old man. We used to call this old man Vong. And this is just a story about me and a friend of mine's. I guess I was like, what, 11, 12 at the time? And Roach came and he banging on the door and he said, Vong attacked his mother at night and sucked her blood. And he saw the marks that he left. So we went and accosted this Vong guy, you know. And I was tall and skinny, and Roach was short and skinny. This was scrawny little kids, man. Going after this old dude that just is standing on the top of this hill, eyes red. And we thought it was red because, you know, he wasn't sleeping because he's out there attacking people and sucking them off their blood. But my man was just he was just drunk. He was just drinking that rum, boy. So that's why his eyes was red all the time. But we swear his eyes is red because the eyes are red because he's a ligaroo. He's out there sucking people's blood at night. You know what I mean? So we accosted this old man, and all the old man had did was, "Ugh!" And we took off running, because Roach went up. His name was Andre, but we call him Roach, and I don't know why we call him Roach, but we just did. Went up to him and did the sign of the cross like this, because they said that would ward off a ligaroo. I don't know what happened to him. And I know I'll never see him again. I don't know where he is. So it must be nice to have like, I want to go back to the island and thing. And listen, most of the people I went to high school with, they moved to England, they moved to Germany, they moved to America, they moved all over the place, all over the world, to other islands. I'm gonna go back to the old village, and most of those people are gone, man. They're not even going to be there. My brother don't even live in the same village. He went out into the countryside, more into the rainforest. But and then again, I was not after Roach. I was never really close to anybody after Roach. I had friends. I hung out with people, but it's not like I'm looking forward to seeing them when I go home. And I know some of them are there for a fact. I speak to one of them sister all the time on Facebook. But I know he's got kids and he's married too. I guess I'm saying all of this like, if you have friends, pay attention. People are, life takes us in all kinds of directions. Life be life, man. Where I live here, some people live here their whole life and they have their group of friends and they all know each other. And of course, they know me too, but I'm not really part of it. I'm just somebody that came in later. They were already out of high school and stuff when I met them. So I'm not part of the clique. It's quite possible why I'm always by myself. But such is life, isn't it, though? One of the tricks of being alone all the time is learning how to make yourself happy. You know what I mean? Especially when you're in a place where you don't really fit. So if you fit, don't take it for granted. When you get finished watching this video here, if there's an old friend of yours that you haven't talked to in a long time and you still have their number, give them a call. Say what's up, talk to them. Share some jokes with them. Tell them about your life. Let them tell you about their life. You know what I mean? Like the song says, let it be a celebration. Though people change, a contradictory statement, though people change, they still stay the same. Because a lot of people, when they get back with their old friends, they sort of revert back. They don't act childish, but it's a reversal type thing that happens. So pay attention to your friends, man. And don't be a bloody loner, man. Don't do that. So it's going to be a reacclimation. Totally different people. Totally different people when I get back there. That's going to be something else, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this song. If you did, drop a like on the video, comment down below. Tell me what the vibe is and thing with you. You know what I mean? Don't take people for granted. You all take care of each other. Let's try to bring some peace in this world, okay?